It's showtime. What's up, babies? Happy Thursday. Welcome to the My Crypto Journey live stream. Here for a little bit of a Monster Energy drink and crypto this morning. And no, I know that the title may have seemed misleading. I do not have an interview with Jesse Pollak, but cryptocurrency market's boring. There's really nothing to talk about, to be honest. I mean, I think the biggest news is the fact that it looks like Trump, is all in on Bitcoin. And it looks like as a country, we're kind of moving forward towards just a better environment for cryptocurrency, because it's been rough for cryptocurrency to exist inside the United States for forever, you could say, right? And we've seen big, I wouldn't say flip-flops, but huge turnarounds from like Larry Fink with BlackRock, and how he's like all in on BlackRock after, famously in 2017, they called it a Ponzi scheme and those sorts of things. And of course, Trump in 2017 didn't like anything that competed with the dollar, but we're starting to see people jump on the cryptocurrency train. We're starting to see politicians fight for your attention when it comes to, just the whole cryptocurrency. And the reason why I think that these celebrity scam tokens are being even allowed right now, and I do believe that the SEC is going to come back and clap all these guys, is just because politicians are turning a blind eye to all the craziness going on in cryptocurrency, because they want your vote, because they realize that it matters. And it's going to continue to matter more and more. But I do have this interview that Jesse Pollak did with CoinDesk that I think is pretty important for us to kind of just look outside the meme coin space for a little bit. Now, here's the thing. Meme culture is important to cryptocurrency. It is just interwoven into the crypto culture right now. And to be honest, it's the most exciting thing about cryptocurrency right now. It's the reason why most people get into cryptocurrency right now. Meme economy, attention economy, culture, right? Being a part of a community and making money, obviously. Now, that's harder to do, you know what I mean? But being part of a community, especially on X, it's so huge. Like, people have something to do. They have meaning. They're part of these communities, and they love it, right? They love it. That's the importance of meme coins. And they bring volume to networks. The biggest product on Avalanche is Cock Emu, a rooster, because people like memes. And Avalanche is this huge techie blockchain. The reason why Solana has had a massive recovery and why it's doing so well is because of meme coins. Bonk, Whiff, many Ponky, and many others. The only reason I found out about the Base chain was not because of the technology, was because of Brett on Base. And then once I got onboarded, I realized, hey, Base is pretty cool. It's cheap. It's Coinbase's layer 2. And if you understand what Coinbase is doing in the space, it's an American company, publicly traded, no coin, no token, no nothing. Right? It's been trying to fight for regulatory clarity at home, which is not, when it comes to like volume and centralized exchanges, Binance is number one, and it's not even close. But we don't really know what's going on overseas, offshore. And of course, obviously CZ and Binance did get clapped recently. But Coinbase is fighting that good fight, and that's their layer 2. Right? So we're going to watch a video today. We're going to react to it. Yeah, it's going to be pretty good. And I have a pretty big interview coming up on one of the biggest channels, if not the biggest cryptocurrency channels in the space, which is insane. It's exciting. I get to talk about meme coins, so I'm super pumped for that. Obviously, I am working with Coinbase for a couple of 4 videos. I'm sure you guys follow me. You've seen those come out. Now, obviously, it's just a sponsorship for those 4 videos, but it's been nice learning about just pretty much the Coinbase Smart Wallet, Onchain Summer, those sorts of things. And if you guys want to get involved and check out Onchain Summer, which is pretty sweet, obviously still in its infancy a little bit right now when it comes to the Coinbase Smart Wallet and those sorts of things. But this is where everything starts. I have a link in the description of this video. You guys can go ahead and check that out, and use my referral code, get signed up, so I can get some more referrals. Now, this is not the wallet I'm using for referrals, but this is the wallet I've been using to just get points and get some badges and stuff like that. And it's just a way for people to get involved and get on board in the space, and more than just buying a meme coin. So it's pretty sweet. I like it. I'm here for it. I think it's kind of incomplete right now, but I think that as time goes on, they'll improve it. But, the Coinbase, desktop app is pretty sweet. You can link all your wallets, your Phantom wallet, MetaMask wallet, Coinbase wallets. And I think that the smart wallet is going to make it easier for people to onboard in this space. So that's what it's about, Oh, Selmo Fudd with the $100. Hello, good morning. Selmo Fudd, thank you so much for $100. Damn, boy. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. First, I know you guys see the fade, okay? You know, when I have a new fade, I don't know how to act, okay? When I have a new fade, I do not know how to act. I just don't, okay? What's up, Sel? Thank you so much. Jesus, Selmo. Thank you so much. Yeah, shout out to Daddy Coin. Daddy on Base. Of course, it's my meme coin. It's my cryptocurrency project. And, you know, we'll talk about that here for a second. Then I'll say hi to the community because a lot of people are in my project. Now, you know, with my project, we never promise price pumps. All we promise is a good project, right? A good project that's going to try its hardest to educate those coming into the DeFi space. Now, not a lot of people like to look at my chart because we are dumping pretty massively today. But to remember, it's a race, right? A long race, not just a sprint. And our meme coin, unlike a lot of meme coins, is going to be here for a long time, not just a good time. So we're currently sitting at a $1.36 million market cap size, which is massive dump from where we're at. So I think a lot of people are selling off, which is absolutely fantastico because I do want to buy more of the dip for myself to make the project have a nice, strong floor. But we're working on a lot of things right now. Obviously, the biggest thing is just putting good content out there. Now, I did post out, obviously, this is not associated at all in any way, but I am the creator of Daddy on Base. I make crypto educational content, you know? And, you know, here's the thing, like you could say as a influencer, a KOL, I mean, obviously we get paid to promote certain projects and that's how you make money in the space. But what's fulfilling that doesn't get a lot of views is just educational content for me. But it's one of those things where you just keep doing it over time and you know, you keep going, you know, you just keep going. Yeah, there's been a lot of celebrity tokens that I've been dumping. I know Jason Derulo token dumped to oblivion. Yeah, French Montana dumped too. Yeah, I know. So, you know, it is what it is. Luckily, we have a lot of diamond-handed holders, you know, which is pretty cool. But remember, I'm promising high quality content, top tier content. And what's been pretty interesting is that we have some in IRL events locked up. One for sure, two possibly. One in San Francisco coming up and maybe one in Dubai. I'll keep you guys posted on that. But the one in San Francisco is going to be like an on-chain, San Francisco kind of summit thing focused on the base chain. So it's a 3-day event, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Saturday is probably the biggest day. Some people are going to be speaking. A lot of people are going to have booths, those sorts of things. I don't think we have a booth for Saturday, but we're definitely going to be there filming content and doing something on theme with Daddy, you know? I'm thinking about like making some sort of crypto quiz, you know, some educational stuff and just go quiz people around the convention. So it should be cool. Friday is going to be a game night, a gambling night. We locked down a blackjack table. So if you want to come gamble, you can. I'm bad at blackjack, but it's about getting the brand out there. And Sunday, it's like a little brunch kind of brunch and drink kind of day. But it's going to be pretty cool. And then Sunday, September may be in Dubai. I'll see what's up with that. But obviously, you know, the long-term goal of Daddy is just to onboard more people into the space through crypto education. So that's the way we're building on base. Kayla, you going? Let's go. Let's go. Daddy chips. Yeah, I think they're gonna get us some Daddy themed chips. I hope so. So let me say hi to the chat. And Selma Flood, thank you so much again for $100. That's kind of insane. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. That's a fat donation. Javi, good morning. Obey. Mizzy, how you doing? Jayhawk, what's up, baby? Cristiano. Who else do we have? Brad, what's up, baby? Brad, I have not got back to your message, bro. I would need to mail it out. So I'll keep you posted on that. And the ones that she wants are not always in stock. Senor Rocco, Bree. What's up, Bree? How you doing? Bree says, wait 2 more weeks. Let the chart dump a little more. Freedom of speech. How you doing? Alpha Wolf. How you doing? How you doing? My Uber driver is playing German electronic music right now. I love that. Nicole, what's up, baby? How you doing? I've been melting here in Greece. Hit 102. Jeez, Nicole, that sucks. Yeah, it's been hot everywhere. It's been hot. It was like 100 degrees here yesterday, but plus humidity. Luckily, it started to rain. So, what's up, DJ? How you doing, brother? I had fun yesterday minting on the base chain for Onchain. Dude, that's awesome, bro. Stacy, live from Kuwait. Let's go. Gennaro, what's up, bro? Bro, how you doing? Who else we got in the chat? Reconnect, how you doing? Why is Brett price action weak AF? How's it weak, bro? It's at a $1.3 billion market cap size. Relax. That's the issue with people in meme coins. Unfortunately, they're really impatient, but everything great in every meme coin did not come right away. Yeah, you had a small amount of price pump right away, but they hit massive market cap size. It takes time, okay? Did I talk about the hack already? What hack? The hack. All right, let's watch this video. I think it's very important. We're going to react to it a little bit. Of course, Jesse Pollak, Builder 001. And yes, some of you guys may get bored because this is not on brand for me, but hey, listen, take a seat, listen, you know what I mean? Take a seat, hang out for a second.
History of crypto. I think it's last kind of five. That was starting. When you look at the history of crypto, I think it started as a historically speculative thing. Even in the last kind of 5 years of smart contracts and building on chain, that was predominantly financial. But I think in this current wave that's happening right now, we're starting to see people build social. We're starting to see people build real games. We're starting to see people do things with food and music and art and media on chain. And I think that energy, that's the energy that's going to actually be able to bring millions and tens of millions and hundreds of millions and billions of people on chain.
It's echoing? Wait, there's an echo? What the frick? Wait, hold on. Let me see. Why is there an echo? What the frick? That's not good. Why is there an echo? They must be playing somewhere else. Which... Hold up. Dude, so Richie lives in a tunnel. How about now?
It's Tuesday, July 16th, and this is Markets Daily, a show where we get into the minds of some of the most experienced and smartest investors, CEOs, analysts, researchers, and anyone with a hot or smart take on the market. Joining today's show is the creator of Base, Coinbase's Layer 2 blockchain, Jesse Pollak. Jesse, welcome back.
That makes no sense. I don't know why it's echoing. It shouldn't echo. I do not have it playing anywhere else. Let me see. What the hell? Let me see. No. Yeah, we're gonna play it at a higher playback speed. Let me know if it sounds echoing right now.
Having me on, Jen. Super excited to be here.
All right. First of all, congratulations on that honeymoon. I know you were offline for a little bit. That sounds lovely.
Thank you. It was great. You know, it's hard to get away from all of the incredible excitement on chain right now, but we had to do it, and it was awesome.
Yeah, you got to go off chain when you're having your honeymoon. Come on. All right, we have some news to unpack today that's really exciting, but it's not every day we have you on the show. So I just want to get a quick update. There's so many things going on in the Base ecosystem. Tell me about some of the things that you're most excited about as we head into the latter part of the year.
Yeah, so we are in on-chain summer right now, which is an incredible moment where really the whole world is starting to move on-chain. And I think the thing that I'm most excited about is the amount of builder energy happening on-chain right now. For instance, we just held a month-long build-a-thon in the month of June. We had 7,000 builders from around the world build 1,200 different apps. It was the largest hackathon on-chain ever in the history of on-chain. And I think that sort of energy, it wasn't here a year ago. It wasn't even here 6 months ago, but now the technology is finally ready. It's cheap. It's fast, it's easy to build, and we're seeing all sorts of new consumer products being built on chain.
Okay, you said 1,200 apps, and the people who listen to the show are listening for alpha. They're listening to inform themselves on what's going on in the space so that they can make the right bets as they're trying to build out their portfolios. Is there a theme that you're seeing or a predominant narrative when it comes to what builders are focusing on right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I think for the first time, we are seeing consumer products be built. You know, when you look at the history of crypto, I think it started as a historically speculative thing. Even in the last kind of 5 years of smart contracts and building on chain, that was predominantly financial. But I think in this current wave that's happening right now, we're starting to see people build social. We're starting to see people build real games. We're starting to see people do things with food and music and art and media on chain. And I think that energy, that's the energy that's going to actually be able to bring millions and tens of millions and hundreds of millions and billions of people on chain. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people like to speculate, a lot of people like to trade, but even more people love to connect with their friends, their family, and other people all around the world to do engaging things online and now on chain.
All right, it's a great point, right? If you think about it, and over the last few days, I've been buying like a lot of things online with cryptocurrency. And if you've ever been to a place where you can transact with cryptocurrency, it's pretty sweet. So, you know, he has a good point there, because you think about like why crypto is so popular right now. It's because it's for trading, right? To make money. And mostly through meme coins, in my opinion. Obviously, we're seeing Bitcoin get a lot of shine because of BlackRock and these ETFs and stuff like that, and people thinking of them as like a store of value. But the real value in crypto, like for mass adoption, is through this sort of way, right? Interesting.
It's like real things are finally being built. Real things are finally making their way to this world that we've been operating in for so long. As someone who's been building yourself, you know, you've been building for a really long time, to finally see these real things, these real use cases that expand on things that already exist. What does that feel like for you to be witnessing and enabling?
Oh my God, it's so fun. I mean, I've been doing this for 12 years now. And so I thought it was going to happen a lot faster than 12 years, but it's so
12
exciting.
years is fast.
I know, right? When you compare it to the internet, when you compare it to these major technology shifts, it is fast. And I think this is something that a lot of people probably underestimate. I think folks are still underestimating how fast this is going to happen now that the technology is actually here. And in particular, because there are already phones all around the world, everyone has a phone. All we need to do is upgrade the software. We don't have to.
Yeah, I'm speeding up the playback speed. And if you guys don't like watch podcasts and like
hardware deployment lifecycle,
if you guys don't watch podcasts on like 1.5 speed, you are doing yourself a disservice. Like you can get through so much, like an audiobook or anything on like 1.5 speed.
Like with the internet, we just have to upgrade the software. And that means that this cycle where people actually start to adopt real utility on chain, I think is going to happen a lot faster than people anticipate. And maybe just to give you a few examples, right now we are seeing social products be built on chain with things like Farcaster. We're seeing food move on chain with small businesses having higher margins and customers having better restaurant experiences with things like Blackbird.
Now I know he grazed over that, but that's a big deal. That's a huge deal, right? Like small businesses like that are able to use cryptocurrency and not have to pay these crazy fees to credit card companies. That's such a huge deal, right? That's a big deal. And he talks about how, you know, the hardware doesn't need to be upgraded because you don't need a device or anything like that. It's just a software because everybody has a phone. Now, I read this book called The Internet of Money. Anthony Anopoulos, I think that's his name, a couple of times now, where I listened to it. And one of the big things they talk about is that why Bitcoin can be so powerful is that because there's no borders with Bitcoin, right? It's not controlled by really one government. And if you have a phone, which most people, even in third world countries, have a phone, you can transact peer to peer, right? So that's the power of Bitcoin. Obviously, you know, it's deflationary with the halving and those sorts of things, right? Unlike our government, you can't just make more of it when you want to. So that's really important, right? Soul Train says, was at Six Flags and lost my debit card. And if you guys have any comments, let me know. Was at Six Flags and lost my debit card, cashed out Soul and spent it on my Coinbase card 30 seconds later. The ability to use crypto is actually pretty convenient when you need it. Yeah, especially if you can just have your phone and tap something, you know, that's insane. Or scan something like a Venmo or something like that, right?
We are seeing creators come on chain. Yesterday, we saw, earlier last week, we saw Daniel Arsham, a really famous artist, do a collaboration with the United States basketball team and drop it on chain with Coinbase. I think that sort of creativity that spans music, food, social is really incredible. It's really the first time we're ever seeing it.
Give me an example of food being on chain. I'm unfamiliar with the project you mentioned.
Yeah, so Blackbird is a product. It's founded by Ben Leventhal, who's the creator of Eater and Resi, probably two of the most successful restaurant businesses out of the United States over the last decade or a couple decades. And what it lets you do is it lets you go into any of the restaurants that support Blackbird. You tap to check in, and you're going to get an upgraded experience. So maybe they'll bring you a free side of fries or a free drink or a free dessert, and they're going to get to know you a little bit more so that as you come back, you can have a better and better experience. And then on the flip side, for restaurants, they're going to enable you to pay with stablecoins, with USDC. So you can actually have a fast payment experience, and then restaurants can save the 2.5 to 3% that they're currently paying right now to credit card processors. And when you look at a restaurant today, about 50% of their overall profit is going to credit card processing fees. They make somewhere between 5 to 6% of gross margin, and then 3% is going to credit card fees. And so technology like this is upgrading the system, and it's putting more money back into the hands of small businesses like restaurants while giving a better experience to consumers. That's Blackbird's incredible new product built on Base.
Now, the news we're going to talk about has to do with stablecoins, but I have to ask you, based on what you just said to me, do you think stablecoins and credit cards are going to coexist in the future that you imagine, or because of the fees, because of some of the more, I guess, traditional mechanisms that credit cards use, will they maybe phase out in a way?
I think they're going to coexist for a long time. But I think when you look at stablecoins, really what they're doing is they're upgrading the system, and they're making it faster, easier, and cheaper for both consumers and businesses to do payments. And so on the long run, that's a really compelling value prop. And I think we're going to see a lot of change where businesses opt into this transition because it just works better for them and consumers do the same. And I think when we think about Base's mission, we are building a global on-chain economy that increases innovation, creativity, and freedom. And stablecoins sit at the center of that. They are something that enables anyone to come on chain in an intuitive way, to pay their friends, to pay their small businesses, to pay online retailers. And all of that happens on Base in this new economy that we're building.
All right, let's talk about that.
That's important too, right? You know, and massive transactions, right? Now, this is just like, you know, wallet to wallet kind of deal. Like if you're paying for something like a ton, like, you know, that just costs a ton of money, you know, like it's so easy. If you've ever, and I have a few things, if you ever paid for like anything that's like a big, like high ticket item, you know, when you're wiring money, you have to call a bank and you get all this information, blah, 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 blah. But when you're sending money to like a friend for some, or a person you're buying something with, it takes a few seconds. And obviously on the base chain, it's super cheap, right? Doesn't matter how, well, it doesn't matter the amount, but you know, you get the point right there. Yeah. So I think that's a big, and then the whole credit card thing coexisting with it, like credit cards, for example, like the reason for credit cards, I think it's a trap, right? For the most part. But if you're smart about it, which most people aren't. That's why these credit card companies are able to offer these insane rewards. Like I have one of the Chase credit cards. I'm sure some of you guys have those credit cards. Like literally, if you use it enough, for like everyday expenses instead of using a debit card. Like you can rack up a ton of points and fly places for free and get free hotels and stuff like that. But most people don't pay their credit cards on time and end up like racking up a ton of interest. But, obviously, with credit cards are there to build your credit and stuff like that. But if you think about like these retailers, like I remember when I was doing DoorDash and Postmates, like just for extra money on the weekends and stuff like that. You go to some of these, these mom and pop shops and you talk to them and they talk about like everything, they get charged for credit cards and stuff like that. That's why for like small transactions and stuff, it's just pretty much small transactions or some transactions in general, they charge you a fee on top of your transaction if you're paying with a debit card, or like they get wrecked with some of these third-party services like DoorDash. And then if you think about that, like on top of that, like credit card fees and stuff, it's just kind of crazy for small businesses to exist. So let's continue.
News now. EURC is coming to base. USDC is already there. I know we had Dante Disparte on the show recently talking about the MiCA approval for EURC, the first, I guess, licensed stablecoin in Europe now. Talk to me about this news. Why is it so important to have local currency-based stablecoins on Base, and how many do you expect to get, like, let's say in the next year?
Yeah, absolutely. So Base has already established itself as the home of USDC. When you look at the number of users who are transacting with USDC, Base is the fastest growing EVM network. And the reason why people are transacting with USDC on Base is because it's easy, fast, and cheap. Easy, fast, and cheap. That's what people want from their money. They want to be using new systems that give them better experiences. And so what we're so excited about is that EURC, which is the third largest currency in the world, is coming to Base. And that means that European economies can start to get the same benefit that United States economies are seeing right now from moving on-chain. And for businesses, that's going to be faster and cheaper and easier payments. It's going to be easier cross-border settlement. So exchanges between USDC and EURC and other currencies are going to be super simple. And it means a better experience for the customers who actually want to interact with those businesses in this new internet. And so I think what we're really excited to see is that this is number two. We go from USDC to having USDC and EURC, but we're not stopping there. When we think about how people are going to come on chain, we really believe that stablecoins are going to be at the center of it, because it's going to let people go from having their old money in the old systems that are broken and slow and hard to use to using new money in a new system that feels the same. I have a euro, now I have EURC, or I have a US dollar and now I have USDC, but it's powered by a new technology. And that means they're going to have the same mental models, but everything's going to be better. And that sort of seamless user transition where they get to have the same experience just 10 times better is how we bring the world on chain. And so we've done it with USDC. We're doing it with EURC right now. And over the next year, like you said, we're going to do it with a lot more currencies, because at the end of the day, we believe that everyone should have the right to bring their currency on chain, because that's going to give their local region sovereignty in the new internet. It's going to let them more easily transact with the global economy. It's going to give every consumer, no matter where you are, no matter where you're born, no matter where you live, the benefit of this new global economy that's being built on chain.
Real quick, shout out to the BitLab Army. Appreciate y'all. What's up, baby? Smash the like, subscribe, all the good stuff. We can talk about BitLab a little later. But that's a big deal, and governments hate that. You know what I mean? Stop. We want to control you with our money, baby. Get the money off chain. You know what I mean? This is why government wants a CBDC. This is why I think that, through the years, you think about like Bitcoin's association with just the Silk Road and stuff like that, and like all the crazy hit pieces. And first of all, who trusts the media anymore? Who trusts the mainstream media anymore? It is ridiculous. These guys are losing credibility as time goes on and on and on. There's more independent, you could say reporters like online, which are like on YouTube and stuff like that, which I love. Some of them like kind of lean left or right, but for the most part, a lot of these guys are way more trustworthy than the mainstream media. Anyways, But I think the reason why the government is trying to stop cryptocurrencies is because you can't control it. Right? You can't, obviously Bitcoin, like you really can't control it like the way they want to, and they can control you with, traditional fiat. And obviously we have our problems we're dealing with inflation and stuff like that, But this is great. Not just USDC on chain, but other currencies. So if you're and if you think about like where the world's headed to, like just online, like. This like these opportunities weren't available to us like 20 years ago. Like how many people have like careers, influencers, just have full on careers doing things online, and cryptocurrency makes it so you can just, you cross borders with that sort of thing. There's no intermediary, right? There's no exchange. So, You
mentioned on-chain summer, and I know the purpose of On-Chain Summer is to bring mainstream business, mainstream audiences on-chain. Talk to me about the adoption of stablecoins from both mainstream businesses and mainstream consumers. Like, are they getting it? What challenges still exist? Because as you explained it to me, it sounds like all fairy tales and rainbows and like it's working. But is it?
It's absolutely working. And these things always start small, but I will say that just in the last 6 to 12 months, the experience has finally gotten good enough. And this is really powered by two things. One is that the chains like Base have gotten fast and cheap. So whereas before, if you were transacting with USDC on Ethereum, it might have cost $5 to send $1 of USDC. That clearly doesn't work. Now on Base, you can send any amount of USDC for a fraction of a cent. So that's the first big change. The second big change is that wallets have gotten so much better. So for instance, Coinbase just launched a new smart wallet. Now any consumer can get set up with a smart wallet without a separate app, without a separate extension, just with a fingerprint. And that means that anyone can get started using this technology without needing a high level of technical sophistication. And so what I'm seeing on the ground, and I'm on the ground pretty much every week talking to consumers and businesses, is that for the first time, you're actually starting to see real small business adoption of stablecoins. This summer, we have coffee shops around the country adopting stablecoins. There's a whole effort where barber shops are adopting stablecoins. And we're seeing this kind of happen at the bottom of the kind of business hierarchy, the small businesses, the people who are actually most impacted by these legacy systems where high fees cut out their business and make it harder for them to operate. And they're saying, hey, yeah, maybe it's still a little bit rough around the edges, but we're willing to opt in. We're willing to work really closely with the Coinbase team and the Circle team and the Base team to make it so these experiences get really great. And I think over the next 12 months, we're going to see them kind of cross this threshold where every business, both on the ground doing brick and mortar sales and on the internet, are going to be able to use stablecoins, and they're going to choose to use stablecoins because they're going to be faster and cheaper both for the business and for consumers.
As a reminder, guys, I am playing it on 1.5 times speed. But yeah, I mean, the Coinbase wallet, like, if you're in the cryptocurrency space, there's a little bit of a learning curve, and a lot of people will just quit. It goes over their heads. They'll lose their seed phrases and just give up on crypto. I know plenty of people who've lost their seed phrases and lost lots of money, tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes hundreds of thousands, millions, some people, right? But the Coinbase Smart Wallet really makes it easy. I can, just with the web app, you can import all your wallets. I mean, for the Smart Wallet, you don't need any sort of like app. It's just a web browser, and you use your passkey, your fingerprint, your passkey, whether that's, words, letters, whatever. On your phone, it's your Face ID. So it's pretty easy, Now, this is the Onchain Summer Pass. Like, if you guys want to get started, check in the description down below. There's a referral code. Go ahead and click that. I'm going to get my referrals up. I don't have too many referrals, by the way, but we're going to start ramping those up. I have a good marketing strategy for that, so we'll figure that out here soon. But it's pretty cool. Like, you can earn different badges by, banging out different initiatives. Like, this is like the Stand with Crypto badge, which I pretty much is how to call my congressman, email him. It's not that big of a deal. You could see if the area you're living in, if your congressperson is, pro crypto or not pro crypto. I got this badge for signing up for Coinbase One, which I already have. Builder badge for building on the Base chain. Collector, trader for trading. Saver for having $100 in USDC in my wallet. Based 50 transactions. So I'm earning all these different things, and you get different points. Now, I do think that the point system, I don't think is the best just yet, but it's probably going to get better. And there's going to be different prizes you can claim in the Coinbase in their shop once they launch that, which should be very, very soon. Let me see, shop, which would be very, very soon. So it hasn't launched just yet. So it said it'll open in July. It's almost the end of July, so it should be here pretty soon. But of course, you can see all my different NFTs that I've collected. Of course, what I've been doing is really just buying a lot of the NFTs just to support. But they're very cheap. They're like 50 cents, most of them, 25 cents and those sorts of things. So there's different things you can do. Like, there's all like on-chain card collections right here that I have a bunch of that I opened. I have a bunch of packs that I didn't open. Hopefully I can get to, open those a little later. These are fake NFT airdrops. Don't click on these. I have a bunch of these introducing smart wallet NFTs because I opened up a bunch of different smart wallets, just a bunch of different things you can participate in, which I think is pretty cool. Buy a bunch of art and stuff like that. Now, they had this big Mr. Miggles mint that a lot of people are kind of criticizing right now because a lot of people thought it was a launch of a meme coin, which I don't think it was. You know what I mean? I think people made their own meme coin because you could do whatever you want. But this is just about, the true power of NFTs. So what's the true power of NFTs? The true power of NFTs is knowing exactly what's real and what's not, and honoring the creator who made an item or something like that. For example, the Hawk Tuah chick. Like, so many people made a lot of money on her, like selling her own merchandise and stuff like that, or selling stuff of her. So in the NFT space, I think like deeds, titles, excuse me, tickets to events, those sorts of things, you get to know what exactly is real, because obviously it's a blockchain, it's immutable and stuff like that. So, I'm just out here trying to support all the other creators. There's like different games. I don't think the games are the best just yet, but I'm sure they're working on that. And as time goes on, like, the technology will get better and better. Let's continue the video.
I got to ask you, recently, the crypto markets are seemingly more and more correlated with what's happening from a political perspective here in the US. How closely are you watching that? And has that come up in conversations with small business owners, just given the fact that there is not really any legislation here? There's no stablecoin bill. We have an election coming up in November. It's very unclear on the future of crypto. Has that been a challenge when getting small businesses like barbershops to adopt the technology and try it out?
I'd say for the small businesses, it's less of a challenge, right? If they have a technology that works and serves their business, they're excited to adopt it. I think the place where we really see challenge is for the people who are actually building that technology, right?
Mhm.
In the United States right now, there's a lack of regulatory clarity. And what that means, it means that entrepreneurs on the ground, the startups, the builders we care the most about in this country that has historically been a leader in innovation, they're spending more money on lawyers and regulatory advisory services than they are on engineers because there isn't regulatory clarity in the United States. And that's actually pushing innovation out of this country. And so I'd say the biggest place we see impact is on that early stage startup environment. And the thing that we're pushing for, and the thing we've been really consistent about as Coinbase and as Base, is that we want to see regulatory clarity. And there's a lot of progress happening. It's happening in the courts where they're giving us more certainty. It's happening in Congress where we're actually seeing things like Fit 21 get passed by bipartisan majorities. And I think over the next 6 to 12 months in this election year, we're going to see more and more energy around making common sense policy in the United States that keeps innovation here, that stops people from going offshore and creating riskier environments and losing our best talent, and really makes America the home for on-chain innovation. Because as we build this global economy, we want America to be at the center of it.
Now, just before we wrap up, I want to come back to something you mentioned at the beginning of this interview, on-chain social. I know that you've said before this is going to be massive. Unpack this for me a little bit more. I mean, do you see on-chain social unlocking new financial opportunities for folks, and what might that look like?
Yeah, absolutely. If you look at the social platforms today, 99% of the value that are made on those social platforms go back to the actual platforms and not to the creators who create the content on those platforms. And the content is where all the magic is, right? It's you and it's me and it's all the other people around the world who are bringing their creativity online to create this incredible network effect. And I think what's shifting in on-chain social is those economics and the power dynamics are shifting, where instead of having large centralized corporations that are controlling these platforms and taking all of the value, you have open source decentralized protocols that are enabling creators to benefit more.
And that's the rub. That's a funny place to freeze right there, but that's the rub, right? Power to the creators. That's what Mr. Miggles was about, baby. That's what Mr. Miggles was all, not a meme coin. It hit like a $45 million market cap size, which is wild. You know what I mean? But that's true, right? And if you look at like the corporation like Web, a few own everything and they hate this, right? They want that commission, baby. You know, that's why there's the project I'm partnered with called like Chuki Records, and it's a meme coin. It's not a meme coin. It's a small cap project on the base chain, and their goal is to like bring the music industry to the blockchain and make it more decentralized, right? So they're actually trying to build something that can help the ecosystem. You know, so it's great. What's up, Dom? How you doing, bro? Shout out to Dom. Oh, they're probably whipping up some fire content for your boy. Appreciate you, brother. You know. So I think this is like alpha, you know, alpha.
You can earn more when you create on-chain. You can connect more directly with your fans when you create on-chain. And you can have a better product experience because there's all sorts of composability and interoperability that actually happens between these products when they're built on this new technology platform. And so today, we're seeing this happen like gangbusters. It's crazy. You have products like Farcaster and Zora and Rodeo and MoshiCam. There's hundreds of social products that are starting to crop up on Base and other EVM networks, and Solana, of course, that are starting to really be incredible product experiences. And because they're better for creators, they're starting to actually win those creators over into this new platform. And just like we talked about how the legacy financial systems are broken for everyday people, the same thing is true for our legacy social systems. They don't actually serve the people who are creating the most value, who are bringing their creativity. And so we want to upgrade those systems. We want to build new ones on chain that serve creators, that serve consumers.
All right, YouTube. All right, Base Chain. When a video streaming platform or video posting platform on chain, YouTube takes a pretty big chunk, 50% of the revenue, right? Ad revenue, and 30% of like donations. So that $100 I got from Selmo, I only get $70 of it, plus taxes, right? So, you know what I mean? I think this is like, it seems so weird. And I know like we're so accustomed to just meme coins, and I am too. Obviously, I do think meme coins bring a lot of people on chain. I think it's the main reason why a lot of these networks have any activity right now is because of meme coins. Like, all coins will have their run again. I get it, fine. But the truth is the technology in that way, where it's like stuff that no one really cares about, really, I think it's interesting, right? Because now you have a layer 2 that has no coin, you know, which is interesting. Like Matic has a coin, obviously. It's a popular layer 2. But Base has no coin, and they're trying to do all these great things. Very interesting, right? It feels like we're in the beginning. Like a lot of people think they're late to crypto. We're not. We're so early, you know, and it's bigger. It's bigger than just what we think it is.
Consumers that deliver incredible experiences that make everyone's lives better.
I think it makes total sense for the artist or the creator, right? But how do you think audiences are going to transition over? Is it just going to be, you know, they follow their favorite creators to the platform they're on, or is there a bigger challenge to overcome?
Yeah, I think a lot of it's going to happen because folks follow their favorite creators. I also think that a lot of it's going to happen because on this new technology platform, we're actually going to be able to build differentiated experiences that just work better for everyday people. And so that's going to lead to people opting in to these new experiences. And I think we've been a little conditioned in crypto to this kind of like flat growth with some speculative spikes. But when you look at social products, right, you look at the growth of TikTok, those things grow really quickly because someone unlocks a new behavior, a new kind of way of working for the consumer experience, and that just kind of rockets off. And I think we're just entering the phase where for the first time, people are building those consumer products on chain, and folks are starting to adopt those consumer products on chain. And we're gonna have a few of those that really start to hit, and they're gonna enter similar social growth cycles. And we're gonna be pretty surprised, I think, at how quickly that starts to actually bring everyday people into this new on-chain economy.
Okay, and Jesse, just before I let you go, I am in the habit of asking for predictions, specific projects. What on-chain social platforms are you watching? Like, are there any specific ones that you think are doing something very novel and they might have that growth trajectory of some of the more traditional platforms that we've seen?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think there's a couple that I've worked really closely with and known forever, Forecaster and Zora. Forecaster is more Twitter-like, Zora is more Instagram-like. Those have both been making really awesome progress. Both of them have key, integral parts that are built on Base, and we're seeing a ton of adoption there. We also have more kind of early stage ones, things like Rodeo and MoshiCam, which are a lot more experimental. And I think we're starting to see real growth there as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of them start to break out as well. And so
Now, I do believe that X is kind of like obviously, Elon Musk has done a great job integrating cryptocurrency with the platform. Like, you could take payments and stuff like that. Like, people have donated to me in crypto, which is pretty nice, along with my Venmo account and CashAPP account. So shout out to the people who donate with crypto. I appreciate you. But I do think that the internet will like social media and the internet, like, truly decentralized is on X. Now, obviously, you can't say anything and everything on, and I don't think any like good company is going to let you do that. To be honest, these are private companies. Like, for example, PolyXO got banned on all of his accounts, and he was like doxing people's personal information. Like, you can't do that kind of shit. Like, people are like, oh, what happened to freedom of speech? What happened to It's like, you just can't say anything, okay? My goodness, freedom of speech. You can't, like, there's certain rules to freedom of speech too, right? We got to be civil here. You know what I mean? But I do think X is kind of like, X hinders a lot of those decentralized platforms, because I've seen a lot of them, and I think Elon Musk has been doing a good job with X, and the perception of X and like the vibe and the feeling, like the vibes, is so much different than it was a year ago. Just because, like, especially with all the crazy news that's been coming out and these title, and look, there's a lot of misinformation on X, but they try to correct it, which is pretty legit. I love seeing people get clapped with community notes, because you see some stuff and you think it's believable, but the mainstream media is worse, like, because they control everything and they put these outrageous headlines and skew like the truth in an insane way, right? But X, you have people on both political sides, and it's really about politics right now on X right now. But on both sides of the aisle, being able to say what they really want, how they really feel, how they really want, and the people decide in the comments. It's funny. It's the internet truly decentralized. So I'm not sure how much a decentralized like platform like that, like something built on Base, would be popular when there's something that's already like that, but not on chain really. So that's interesting. Sol payments already integrated with X. Payments on your phone using Phantom Wallet to scan a code. Yeah, I mean that's literally most wallets can do that. That's not new. But obviously there's USDC on Sol too, right? There USDC is on pretty much every network. But obviously Circle, has associations with Coinbase, backed by BlackRock, I think. So they're kind of partnered, right? And if you stake your USDC on Coinbase, you earn a pretty interesting interest rate, way better than you do in banks, right? So why have your regular dollars in a regular bank earning like literally no interest when you can have your USDC earn interest on Coinbase, right? But here's the thing about stablecoins. Now, they don't have the best history, especially algorithmic stablecoins. And there's always been a piece of like uncertainty about like Tether, at least. And I mean, just a year ago, USDC went down to 86 cents for like an hour, because of the whole Silicon Valley bank thing. So it's not perfect yet, right? It's not perfect. I mean, the last thing you want in a stablecoin is for it to rug. You know what I mean? It's not the point of a stablecoin. Algorithmic stablecoins don't work. We learned that from Terra Luna. Regular stablecoins, backed by real world assets, supposedly. I don't know how much of it is. But there's an argument saying that, yeah, well, if there's a run on the bank, you can't get all your money in the bank. There's a fractional reserve, which ensures some of your money, theoretically. But interesting. Anyone can reskin Twitter or YouTube. Yeah, it's hard to dominate it's hard to dominate the big daddies. But look at, hey, there's been big companies before that have that have been taken over by the new breed, right? The new kids on the block.
Again, there's this real collection of products that are starting to innovate, building on this new technology platform, and so much of it is happening on Base. So we're really excited about it, and we could be more excited to keep supporting these folks and bring the world on chain.
Jesse, it's been such a pleasure having you on Markets Daily today. Thanks for joining the show.
Thanks so much, Jen.
I thought that was pretty interesting. I think it's good for people to watch that because so you know, a lot of us don't see what is the forest past the trees. We can't really see like the big picture for cryptocurrency, and that's what it is, right? It's just bringing more people on chain, and it starts with small businesses and just creators and stuff like that, and shows that you can give power back to the people, you know. And I think we're heading in a good direction because, you know, hopefully we get a new president. And I don't trust Biden and what he's been saying about, you know, supporting cryptocurrency. We just had a bill. I forgot what the bill was called, right? It got bipartisan support, which is interesting. But I think right now what they're noticing is that, you know, voters really care about cryptocurrency. And if you want to get reelected, then you should probably be pro crypto. It's better than because I don't think a lot of people like hate it enough where they're going to vote against the candidate for it, but a lot of people love it, right? And so that, you know, it's good for them to be pro crypto. And what we've seen from our current administration is that there's been a clear war on crypto over the last, you know, 3-4 years, well, forever really. And now they're kind of changing their tune because they realize it's important to voters and they want to get reelected. But it's like, nah, man, nah, you lost my trust already. Let's get somebody new in there, you know. So do you think there will be a crypto product that can take over something like YouTube? No, definitely not. Rodney, can you talk that fast? I cannot. Base is an ETH rollup. You could say that, yeah. It's a little different though. It costs 25 to 50K for an app. Maybe Daddy can be a social media site company. No. I keep my network on the blockchain. You and a lot of other people, bro. You know, a lot of people don't understand. Why are my armpits so sweaty, dude? It is early still in the day. Daddy NFTs? Nah, I mean, maybe. As soon as they can yank taxes from you through the blockchain, they will be pro crypto. Yeah, of course. There's going to be taxes, right? But it's just about making it easier for people to exist and giving power back to the people and making it truly decentralized. You're going to get taxed, yeah. You know, you're supposed to be getting taxed now. So if you're not, I mean, check out Monkas. No. What's up, Ali? How you doing? Ali Alpha. All right, what do we got going on today, guys? Like Starbucks points. Oh yeah, we can go check my wallet. It's kind of like Starbucks points, you could say. I mean, people love. To be honest, I'm not the kind of guy who loves like racking up points with a Starbucks card. But I suppose if you go to Starbucks a lot, it's pretty nice. But I mean, to earn these points, it's really easy. Like I've spent. Well, this is not my actual wallet. Wait, where's my? Here, let me log into my other wallet. Let's see, connected addresses, add wallets. I just need to connect my old. How do I connect my old wallet back? I have so many wallets connected. Dude, Daddy is taking a little hit, huh? The true use case of NFT ATMs is making founders rich, but they will get there. I mean, here's the thing: if you put like your music out, right, on via NFT form, you know, you already pay for the production cost, whatever that costs, but now you don't have to pay everything else. You just say, hey, if you want to support my music, here's 50 cents for my new song. You mint that NFT, it's your song. You know, it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. Now, how do I disconnect? How do I put the other wallets in there? Let me see. Rodney, right? What's up, Edgar? How you doing? Shut up, Soul Train. That's okay. Monkas is a missed opportunity. Well, we've heard that before. I guess we can make Daddy NFT. Why not, right? I guess it could go back to, we're going to have merch and those sorts of things coming up here soon for the project. Let me see. Back to my wallets. Talk about Ninja's Mappy. Is that what's up, Glenn? How you doing? Is that a meme coin? I guess I gotta take some time to look at some meme coins right now. Oh, MAGA Pepe. Ninjas. Is this his meme coin? That's actually pretty funny. Damn, it's pouring outside. Nice. It's just a MAGA Pepe. I mean, you got to be careful. I mean, this could run. You see a lot of political tokens going crazy, but I'd be careful about aping into any of these. Been in this space for some years and have never gone into NFTs or memes. I choose products with good fundamentals and utility. Yeah, but I mean, you're missing out on a lot of like X's because the truth is the top meme coins have been like outperforming everything. You know, like if you bought Pepe, even in January, you know, $300 million market caps. And these are just top. I'm not talking about any meme coin. I'm talking about top meme coins. Like Pepe has been a layup forever. Brett on base has outperformed. Like these tokens are a little, and it depends on what you're into. Are you into making money? Are you into something are you into it for the technology? Because I believe that a lot of meme coins or a lot of like of these like these techie projects with good quote unquote good fundamentals, it's like, well, is anybody going to care about that? Does it really matter in the grand scheme of things? You know, or are you here to invest and make money and stuff like that? So if you're here to invest and make money, like top meme coins is the way to go. They've just been outperforming everything. It's not even close. You know, so, and to be honest, like that whole holier than thou mentality with like utility, it's like out the window. No one cares, you know, because XRP has been a stable coin. And look at, you know, they will have, all coins will have their day, but they ain't in right now, you know. But the smart move is top meme coins. You know, if you want to make money, if you're investing and want to make money, and of course Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stuff like that because of these ETFs and whatnot. And the Ethereum ETF is going to come soon. I don't know how soon, but it's definitely going to be coming soon. Here we go. Let me see. Web3, I was the same, but there's plenty of money to be made in the whole space, and if it makes money, it makes sense. Yeah, that's the point of investing. You know, NFTs I've never really been into though. Just never got into the space. I mean, there was an opportunity to make money on them last run, but looks like a lot of them are just kind of dead and probably won't recover. I mean, who knows, right? There you go. Trump to announce Bitcoin strategy reserves. Exactly. Yes. I mean, that's crazy. And that's just someone reporting on it, but they said that, give me 1 second. What's up, Composite? How you doing? I'm loading up all kinds of crypto before the November election. Trump is going to win and crypto will pump like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, 100%. Aren't you afraid that the ETH ETF will be a sell the event news? Yeah, just like it was for the Bitcoin one, but eventually Bitcoin did well. It's about the grand scheme of things, right? If you're a trader, then you know, risk it for the biscuit. But you know, give me a second here. Hold on. Someone knocking at my door. Like if you're a trader, then, you know, risk it for the biscuit, but got to be careful with that sort of thing, you know? I think you just take proper I think it just may take proper organization of your day. You'd be surprised how much you can accomplish. Granted, I'm 24 years old with no kids. Girl, I get a lot of stuff done. What do you mean, Gennaro? I have my Poppy shirt. I need my daddy shirt. If not, I'll ask my girl to break out the Cricut and make me one. We're getting merch made. Don't worry about that. We'll have some sick merch. Yeah, Gennaro, only have so much attention to choose to put it to AI, gaming, DeepIn, etc. Memes require a different style of research for sure. Yeah, Web3. So I think, honestly, if you're going to invest in memes, and this is not financial advice, but I just pick the top memes and be okay with a 5 to 10x or maybe even more. But like if you're aping into small cap ones, you just literally need to be on those charts all day. Like literally. I bought a meme coin last night because I do sometimes, and it's like down like 70%. Rodney, what do you got going on today, bro? More content. I'm making a top 5 meme coin list. I got the gym. I need to finish my steps. Work on some short form content, and that's pretty much it. Can you make a video on leverage trading? Oh no, I'm not a leverage guy. Because I'm thinking about putting 5x leverage on Boomer. That's funny because I mean, if you're putting, what do they say? The three destroyers of, with the 3 L's that destroy men: ladies, liquors, and leverage. So I'd be careful with leverage. I mean, if you want to do that, but I'm not a trading guy. I'll say one thing about the assassination attempt. All they had to do was radio to the stage to move Trump as soon as it did. Yeah. The assassination thing was wild, right? That's crazy. I think it was just negligence, to be honest. I wouldn't get into leverage if you're, if you got to be on your shit. Yeah, 5x leverage is safe. Yeah, just be careful, man. You know, it's fun because it's a rush, you know, but you really got to understand the markets. But guys, I'm going to get out of here for the day. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me. Got to hit the gym here. Be on the lookout for some new content. Our next video should be done soon. I can't post that for a little while, but it should be absolutely legendary. And then I'll have some short form content ready to go for you guys and stuff like that. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Get your workout on, get your walks in, eat healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.